Yeah, I hear you, bruh. Yeah, do me a favor. Get me another glass of, give me another cup of tea. And also, hand me them papers over there. Oh my God, that I do. Somebody please say it ain't so. I want to thank y'all for tuning in to Docs Daily, where you get highly classified documentations from your boy, Sean Blazy. Ha ha ha. But ain't nothing funny though. When you imitate somebody, you suffer things that person was supposed to suffer. Now, imitating people could be a good thing or a bad thing, but you will never be greater than the person you're imitating because you're not original. I got so many examples before I even get to Nipsey Hussle. When Mystical was just being Mystical, the rapper, he was fine. But when he started trying to be like James Brown, his career went to hell. When Tupac was being Tupac, everything was cool. But when Tupac was trying to be Snoop Dogg, representing the West Coast on Death Row Records, his career went to hell. When MC Hammer was being MC Hammer, it was all good. But as soon as he thought that he was going to be the next Rick James, that's when his career went to hell.
Oh my goodness.
Lil' Kim was doing her thing. But when Little Kim decided that she wanted to be the Black Madonna, that's when her career went to hell, man. And I'm here to let y'all know. When Nipsey Hussle first came out, the only thing he was known for was the fact that he looks exactly like Snoop Doggy Dogg. And Snoop has been able to progress and have success in his career because he got a bunch of minions and doppelgangers taking the fall for him. The stuff that was intended for him, it never comes at him because he has imitators that take on all of the negative effects that's supposed to come into his life, man. I know there's some deep science for a lot of y'all, but I'm about to break it down for y'all because this new Nipsey Hussle trial that's going on is very similar to the Snoop Dogg trial, but the only difference is Snoop Dogg is still alive and he got off, and Nipsey Hussle is no longer alive. And the trial is looking like the dude that killed him might not even go to jail, man. So y'all got to understand, in Hollywood, they have these rituals. If you have an imitator, somebody that can take the flack for you, it's just like that movie Us with the doppelgangers. The people up top is living their lives in harmony, but the people down below, the imitators, are suffering. Same case with Nipsey Hussle, unfortunately, and I know a lot of people don't like you to even talk about Nipsey Hussle in that light, but I'm about to prove to y'all the reason why things went left for Nipsey Hussle is because he began his career imitating Snoop Dogg. Now, in all honesty, if he would have stayed on that path and kept on imitating Snoop Dogg, the powers that be would have let this man flourish if it was all about smoking and riding and doing gangster stuff. But Nipsey went off his path. He tried to be something else. He started becoming his own icon. But the deal was, you got to stay in the Snoop Dogg lane. And if you try to do anything besides that, it's going to be hell to pay, man. It's a difference when they manufacture you to be a certain type of way. All them other people I mentioned, they decided that they wanted to imitate somebody. But Nipsey Hussle came into the game imitating Snoop Dogg and decided that he wanted to be his own person. And that's what made it 3 times as dangerous, man. Without further ado, we're about to get into this highly classified information. But before we do that, I need y'all to do me a favor and hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, man. Also, hit that notification button, y'all. Don't forget to show me some love and hit that Cash App, too. $ShawnBlazeDocs. And never forget, I got love for everybody that got love for me. All the people that hit the like button, you know I got love for you. Now, let's go ahead and get into this news, man. Snoop Dogg reveals why he stopped rapping about death after the 1993 murder case. He realized that the power of words is what gets you in trouble. The more you speak on something negative, the more those negative things come to you. So he decided to switch it up. But at the same time, his twin, the young kid that was coming up trying to be just like him, I don't know if Snoop Dogg passed on that same advice. Maybe he did, but Nipsey clearly didn't listen. The Nipsey Hussle trial deliberations continue against the man accused of killing the rapper. It's an accusation when everybody's seen him do it in broad daylight, man. These Hollywood rituals, they play out like this, and people don't even think twice about what's going on before their eyes, man. But the truth of the situation is, if you imitate a negative person, you're going to get negative results. It's just as simple as that. If you want to imitate a dope dealer or a gangster, then you're going to suffer them consequences of imitating that person. If you want to imitate somebody positive, influential, somebody that's doing right, then you're going to reap the benefits of that. But you still never going to have the full effect of being your own man because you imitating people. Now, I know I said that a couple of times, but I got to drill that in y'all head so y'all can understand how the Snoop Dogg 1993 murder case got a whole lot to do with the Nipsey Hussle trial, man. But one person wound up on top and the other one wound up on the bottom. Over 2 decades ago, Snoop Dogg was charged with murder after a rival gang member was allegedly shot and killed by his bodyguard. Both Snoop and his bodyguard were later acquitted of the charge, but the Long Beach native says the experience had a lasting effect on his career. In a recent conversation with Fat Man Scoop on Instagram Live, Snoop revealed he changed the way he wrote raps when he beat the 1993 murder case after realizing how powerful his words were. Around that time, me, Tupac, Biggie, Ice Cube, all of the rappers that was rapping around the same time, we was writing about what we was living, Snoop told Scoop. Some of us was writing life and some of us was writing death, but that's what we was living. On my second album, The Dogfather, I beat my murder case. I redirected my pen to write life because I felt like I had wrote death all up until that point.
Oh my goodness.
People don't want to imitate the new Snoop. People don't want to imitate the mature Snoop. People want to imitate Snoop Doggy Dogg. People want to bring that dude back, just like in the Scarface movie. You seen what happened to that dude. Snoop Dogg done reinvented himself a million times, but the people that come out trying to be Snoop Doggy Dogg take on all the negative effects of Snoop Doggy Dogg. And for Nipsey Hussle, when he decided to find his own path, that wasn't a part of the record deal. That wasn't a part of the agreement. If he didn't look like Snoop Dogg, he probably would have never had a career. So the way you get in, the way you fit in is the way they want you to stay, man. Now let me show something to y'all real quick. And y'all got to stay tuned because we ain't even get into the deep part, but I'm trying to break this down for y'all so y'all can understand. You trying to be like somebody, be careful of who you trying to be like because they going to hit the lottery and your ass might hit a jail cell just because you following in their tracks. Okay, let me see this. All right. Hold on, y'all. No, I do apologize. Because it's deeper than what a lot of people think, man. It's deeper than all of this stuff. All of this stuff could have been avoided if he wasn't walking in that man's footsteps, man. Look at this, man. Snoop Dogg reveals Nipsey Hussle wrote one of his songs. Snoop Dogg released his Kool-Aid album in 2016 featuring a song called 10 Toes Down. But only now is he revealing the track was actually written by the late Nipsey Hussle.
Oh my goodness.
Produced by 1500 or Nothing Carlos Lost Big Swain, the song samples the 2002 movie Paid in Full and includes 3 verses penned by the Crenshaw rapper. The whole song he wrote for Snoop Dogg, man. Now, the name of this song is 10 Toes Deep or 10 Toes Down, so we got to look that up and look at them lyrics and see what could Nipsey possibly have been saying in this song that he wrote for Snoop Dogg. You would figure it would be the other way around, that Snoop Dogg wrote a song for Nipsey Hussle, but yeah, let's type this in real quick. Y'all gotta bear with me. We gonna be here for a good little minute. Also, we got an after party going on. I left the link in the description box. Dime of the Week is going on, and it's all about Chloe Bailey all week, man. So y'all gotta get over there. It's gonna be live. We're gonna be talking about, is Chloe Bailey the new Beyonce, or is she better than Beyonce? Because she's a beautiful young lady. She deserves her flowers, and that's something we're gonna be doing on the Dime of the Week channel. But hold on, let me get into this real quick. And shout out to my people in Chicago, the victims of that mass shooting, man. Something got to give. This madness got to stop. You got some weak ass people out here, and that's the problem. You got some straight cowards out here every day, and nobody is trying to help these people. Nobody's trying to build these people, man. Some people out here ain't got no confidence. Okay, let me see. Snoop Dogg 10 Toes Down lyrics. I'm pulling it up. Don't worry. I got this, y'all. We got time. Got plenty of stuff we got to get into. Now, here's the lyrics that Nipsey Hussle wrote for Snoop Dogg. He said, in full, a nigga like me, man, I love the game. Okay, that's the intro. The hook is, told you I was about to do it big, huh? Came in this game as a kid, huh? Still down 10 toes in this, huh? First nigga talk that crippin' to your kids, huh? The first nigga that crippin' to your kids, huh? The first nigga talk that crippin' to your kids, huh? Still down 10 toes in this, huh? Keep a shooter at the gate of my crib, huh?
Oh my goodness.
Like I said, man, Snoop Dogg done changed his whole life around. He don't want to talk about the stuff he used to do. So he hired Nipsey Hussle to write a song so he can keep it gangster, so he can be his old self, so he could be a throwback of the man he used to be before he caught that murder charge. It's so bad to where I don't even want to be that dude no more. I would rather get this dude, my imitator, to write a whole song. And the lyrics to the song is very disturbing. I was the first one that taught that crippin' to your kids. That's a horrible thing that any man can do. Any man can be proud of. But like Nipsey said, I came in this game as a kid. Still down 10 toes in this. The first nigga to talk that crippin' to your kids. This is Nipsey speaking for himself and Snoop Dogg at the same time, man. That's how intertwined they was career-wise. But it was a bad look for Nipsey, and it was a good look for Snoop Dogg. Because even now, while they doing documentaries about his murder trial, and they about to, let me show y'all something real quick, man. While the Nipsey Hussle murder trial is going on, Snoop Dogg's murder trial is about to be a crime series. He working with 50 Cent, and it's going to be on the same way Power and all them other shows is on. Snoop Dogg's murder trial to be explored in upcoming true crime series. He also about to be working with some other people, so he about to get rich off his murder trial. But on the other hand, Nipsey Hussle, 10 toes in the dirt right now, man. And rest in peace to Nipsey. But let's get back to these lyrics before I continue on. Now, here's the first verse that Nipsey wrote for Snoop Dogg. He said, I ain't do it. People said I did, huh? Rap music ain't what's effing up they kids, huh? Gangster rap is effing up the biz, huh? My influence, something that I said, cuh, like I'm Jewish. All about the bread, huh? From the sewage, trying to get ahead, huh? I'm about to do it, effing up they head, huh? These opportunists effing up they bread, huh? Corporate America's stance is irregular, ready, cuz rap sheet impeccable. Multi-plats, my past, what we have here is unprofessional. My metal, undetectable. My style, unselectable. Damn, Nipsey was spitting like that.
Oh my goodness.
I didn't have a clue that Nipsey really had bars like that. I could see why Snoop Dogg wanted him to write them lyrics, because he ain't got it no more.
Oh my goodness.
Everything he had, Nipsey had it, but that's also the negativity that he wanted to get away from. Nipsey inherited that. Look at this, man. He said, "Niggas running their mouths, that's unacceptable. 21st Street, Long Beach, to the death of you." Let's go to the next verse. "Keep shooting, that's what the people tell me, huh? The biggest dope sack that you can sell me, huh? And your girlfriend, do it, huh? Make the whole world do it, huh? Ain't no limit to the dog, and that's real talk. I'm the one that showed you how to real crip walk. Resume, document, G-file, recollect, reflect, and let me break it down. Take it out the bag, lay it on the table, quick, call my handlers. I handle and disable this. Ticking time bomb, made crippin' look fun. Can't walk around without your motherfucking gun. That's a no-no, real hood redemption. My teeny locos is really on a mission. Niggas running they mouth, that's unacceptable. 21st Street, Long Beach, to the death of you." So, I mean, I could go on and on. Nipsey was developing at an alarming rate with that gangster music, with that Crip music. And it was all good until he decided that he wanted to do something outside of that box, man. That's why you entertainers, you try to do something different, that can cost you your life, man. Because once they got you locked in, once you 10 toes down and you on a mission, you got to stay there. Because if you don't, you're going to have some problems, man. Let me type this in real quick. Y'all stay tuned, because y'all got to see this, man. I'm going to show y'all how deep the rabbit hole goes, man. Yeah, zoom that back. Let's get into it, man. Dr. Sebi's family discusses Nipsey Hussle's death. Conspiracy confirms Nick Cannon's involvement with the documentary, man. So, this ain't got nothing to do with cripping. This ain't got nothing to do with talking that Crip talk to your kids, huh? The first one that showed you how to live, huh? Walk that Crip rock, talk that gangster shit, huh? No, this ain't have nothing to do with that. He veered off of the path. I don't know what the hell they doing out there. Sound like I'm in the middle of Compton. Ignorant motherfucker. Initially, some people believe Nipsey Hussle was murdered because he was working on a documentary about the late herbalist and holistic doctor. Let's talk about that for a minute, man. When you talk about healing people and providing opportunities for people to know how to heal themselves, that's a big threat to the social structure, man. There's certain stuff that people don't know that they're not supposed to know. The whole goal is to keep ignorant people ignorant, man. And if you're not about that life and you in the media, you're going to be cut short. And that's what happened with Nipsey Hussle. As long as you talking that Crip 10 toes down and cripping the people kids, they going to let you ride around with gold chains and big booty women and all that other stuff. But if you're talking about actually educating people on health practices, ancient African American or just African indigenous health practices, what is you doing? That's not cripping. You supposed to be crippling, not healing people, man. Both Dr. Sebi's daughter and grandson made a recent appearance on BET's Black Coffee, where the pair discussed a conspiracy theory that came about following Nipsey Hussle's death involving the herbalist and holistic doctor. Shortly after the late rapper's murder, some people began to theorize that Hussle's murder was because he was working on a documentary about Sebi. Some even said that his death was an attempt by the American government and pharmaceutical industry to silence Sebi's work. But I'm here to let y'all know that it's even deeper than that. Like I said, when you caught up on imitating somebody and you walking in their footsteps, you're going to take some of the steps that they took. And Snoop Dogg also went on a spiritual journey in his career, but wound up resorting back to the gangster life because that's what pays the bills, man. Let me show y'all something real quick. And I need y'all to pay close attention to this. Snoop Dogg did a documentary called Reincarnated. Basically, he was Bob Marley reincarnated. And if you know anything about Bob Marley, he was all about healing the world, healing people, healing the sick through music and medicine and medicinal herbs and things like that. Snoop Dogg walked this same path in his own way. But for him, it was a positive effect. He was able to go on this journey, turn back around, do what he got to do to make some money or whatever. He's the originator. That's why I'm trying to let y'all know it's dangerous to be an imitator. All them women that want to be Marilyn Monroe. I'm talking about the what's the lady, Nicole, whatever her name was. She died horribly. All of them that try to imitate figures. What's the other one that was on Baywatch with the big titties?
Oh my goodness.
Was it Pamela Anderson trying to be Marilyn Monroe? Horrible things happen to them people for trying to be an imitation. And that's why we also going to be talking about Chloe Bailey, because she's trying to follow in Beyonce's footsteps. But if she would have took her own path, shit, she know how to act. Beyonce don't know how to act.
Oh my goodness.
So why is she trying to act like Beyonce? And she's suffering things that Beyonce never had to endure because she having a minion to take on that shame that could have been directed at her if she didn't have so many people trying to imitate her, man. So like I said, Snoop Dogg went on a spiritual journey as well. He was sending out a message of love as well. He made the Reincarnated documentary. But Nipsey Hussle was trying to make a Dr. Sebi's documentary, and things didn't go so well, man. Where did I leave off? When Nipsey first passed, most people thought, oh, he died because he was going to put out a documentary about Dr. Sebi. Then 3 hours later, they found the shooter, found the killer. Then all the speculation went out the window. When negative things happen or tragedies happen, our society is always quick to jump to an opinion instead of knowing facts. That's what Sebi's grandson said. Sebi had a whole lot of money. I mean, Sebi was balling.
Oh my goodness.
Had land out there in Mexico. Where was it in Mexico? Somebody help me in the comment section. Dr. Sebi was doing his thing, man. All different types of herbs, all different types of healing. People, I'm talking about people in Hollywood paying millions of dollars to get healed by this man. So for his grandkids and all these other people to have something to say while they collecting his money, the same thing with Nipsey Hussle's brother. He got all Nipsey's money and he don't even want to show up to the trial. And people got mad at me for pointing that out. Oh, how can you say that about Black Sam? He got Nipsey's money, but you don't want to help support your brother's trial. But you want to keep the marathon going, though. So by Dr. Sebi's grandkids saying what they saying, that don't hold no weight. He said, so the fact that Nipsey Hussle didn't die over doing a documentary, it makes you think, why would they want to kill Nipsey Hussle over doing a documentary if he wasn't Dr. Sebi or he wasn't healing people? Yes, he was talking about the message, but a theory on killing Nipsey Hussle? No. Everything he said is yes.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, 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 man. How do it even sound far-fetched? When you can't even do a blog without them promoting hospitals. Let's catch up. The care you need. Close to home. Like, forget what Sebi talking about. Bring your ass down here. And make sure you bring your medical insurance card, too. But they try and make it seem like, oh, that's not a possibility. Yes, he was talking about the message, but a theory of killing Nipsey Hussle, no. There is no conspiracy. Nipsey Hussle died in gang violence, something that was tragic to our society and to hip hop, period, man. They said the same thing about Sam Cooke. You know what I'm saying? And look, a lot of y'all don't even know who Sam Cooke is, but let me type this up. How did Sam Cooke die? They tried to paint it out like Sam Cooke was just tied up with some bad prostitute or something like that. On December 11th, in response to a reported shooting, officers of the Los Angeles Police Department, same place where Nipsey got, were dispatched to the Pasadena motel where they found musician Sam Cooke dead on the floor, shot 3 times in the chest by the motel's manager, Bertha Franklin. Why would she do something like that? Why would she do that? Cooke was shot dead at the age of 33.
Oh my goodness.
Wait a minute. How old was Nipsey Hussle when he died? How old was Nipsey Hussle when he died?
Oh my goodness.
Okay. You know, Jesus was 33, man, and they immortalized Nipsey Hussle like he was the Christ and everything, but like I said, man, the same thing with Sam Cooke. They will sweep that under the rug just because they want to keep y'all stupid. Regina King's new movie, film One Night in Miami, raises questions about the soul legend's murder in Los Angeles, y'all. Kind of look like Nipsey a little bit. Guest at the $3 a night Pasadena motel didn't notice the shots that rang out just after 3 a.m. on the morning of December 11th, 1964. What day did Nipsey Hussle die? Hold up. What day did he die? Okay, it was around the same time, but it's not. I know y'all was thinking it's going to be the same exact day, but fortunately it wasn't. Gun violence was disturbingly common in this part of South Central Los Angeles. Even the cops seemed slightly biased at the sight of a dead man lying bloody and naked, save for a sport coat and a single shoe propped up against the door. The hotel's manager attitude was blah, blah, blah. Okay, they're not going to get into the deep part. I mean, we could get into the deep part, but basically, this type of stuff be happening, and they come up with some BS story and sweep it under the rug. But Sam Cooke was trying to own his own masters, man. Hold on. What? Y'all wait 1 second. Look, they keep saying it's under suspicious circumstances. That's because he was trying to start his own distribution company and trying to get people some money for their damn selves, man. Same way Nipsey was trying to take over what Dr. Sebi had going on. And they couldn't have that, especially him being so influential. But as long as he was the bootleg Snoop Dogg, that would have been all right. Nick got in line. Hold on, wait. Okay, elsewhere in the interview, Hezzy also confirmed that Nick Cannon had taken up Hussle's documentary on Sebi. Where the hell is that documentary at?
Oh my goodness.
That was like 4 years ago. Nick ain't released no trailer. He not doing none of that. Nick is not worried about that documentary. It ain't, I'm trying to tell y'all, it's never gonna come out. And Sebi's family is okay with that. Nick got in line with the documentary right when Nipsey passed away. When Nick reached out and wanted to talk, he said he wanted to get healthy first before the documentary. Ezell said, so I put him on a plant-based diet, start taking the minerals. Then we started talking about the documentary, and now we're making it today. So what type of transaction is that?
Oh my goodness.
Like, I'll do your documentary if you heal my sick ass. Sure. Oh, here, take some medicine. You feeling better? Yeah, now let's talk about this documentary. That don't even sound realistic, man. But they had to make it to where, why would Nick Cannon want to do it? If it's dangerous. If it was so dangerous, why would Nick Cannon take it up as soon as Nipsey Hussle passed? Where the hell the documentary at? It's never coming out, man. But at the same time, you supposed to live that doggy dog life. And if you go off of that path, I don't give a damn what it is, man. It's a bunch of people in Hollywood that have to imitate a person all the way down to the ground, man. Unless you're a white person imitating a black person, you gonna catch some hell. You got a bunch of people out there, Justin Timberlake imitating Michael Jackson. He don't have a blemish on his, or a stain on his career. Usher imitates Michael Jackson, and all different types of stuff happen to Usher. That's what happens when you following in somebody's footsteps, man. Now, we gonna move on, but I gotta mention this too. Young Thug came in the game imitating Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne sitting at home chilling, but if you look at their careers, they both coincide with each other, man. Lil Wayne had to do some time too and had to sit down for a couple of years. Now Young Thug is in the same spot Lil Wayne was at, but Wayne is ahead of the curve, and all the negative stuff that's supposed to be coming towards Lil Wayne is going towards Young Thug because he's the doppelganger. He's like the voodoo doll for Lil Wayne. And these celebrities be knowing that they can use and transfer negative energy to the people that want to be like them. Even get you to write a song for them and put it out there. Man, look, we got some more stuff we got to get into. I don't know if y'all feeling me or not. Maybe this is too deep for your average person because we got 470 people up in here and only 100 people hit the like button. That's very disrespectful, by the way. I wouldn't do y'all like that, but I'm a real nigga and a lot of y'all not.
Oh my goodness.
So that's your problem. You want to be out here softer than a Twinkie. Do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Also hit that notification button, you know what I'm saying? And hit that Cash App too. That will be very beneficial to keep this type of material going for the community, man. Also, like I said, as soon as I get out of here, man, we headed to the after party with Boney Tony talking about Chloe Bailey and all these other fine women in the music industry. I'm not trying to talk bad about Chloe. I'm not trying to pick on her or bully her. I'm trying to show her some love with a little bit of constructive criticism. Also, we're going to have the phone call so you can call in and voice your opinion about the sister. But please don't be mean because she's young and she's just trying to figure it out, man. So we're going to be showing her some love tonight, all week on Diamond Week, because she is a dime. And as of right now, this is her week, man. But right now, we got to get back into this Nipsey Hussle, Snoop Dogg parallel universe that causes all different types of chaos amongst the ghetto and people that ride with Snoop and people that was influenced by that death row music. And as soon as Nipsey Hussle passed away, Snoop Dogg acquired Death Row Records. So it's sort of like when Nipsey left, he got his old swag back. See how that works? Nipsey inherited all of that negativity from his Death Row days. Nipsey Hussle passed away and Snoop Dogg gets Death Row back. But he's like, look, this is my legacy. I'm not going to use it for negativity, but it is mine's. The same way Nipsey Hussle's success was owed to him. That's how powerful this stuff is, man. That's why y'all need to listen to what Snoop Dogg said at Nipsey Hussle's funeral, man. Okay, y'all need to pay close attention to this.
It's a tough one right here, man. First of all, I want to thank y'all for allowing me the opportunity to speak here today. It's a real honor to be able to appear here and to show love on behalf of my friend, my brother, a great man, a great leader, a great father, a great teacher, and a great friend, Nipsey Hussle. And I want to start off by showing some love to Lauren and Nipsey's children. I want to send Lauren a lot of love for being the beloved queen to our king. See, what we lose focus on is that every real black man needs a real black woman in his life.
Lauren London is a real black woman, Snoop.
Oh my goodness.
He's showing her an awful lot of love. A little too much love, if you ask me. Every black man needs a real black woman in his life. Lauren London. She might have to be the dime of the week next week. Let's look her up real quick, since Snoop just going on and on about Lauren London being the queen of Nipsey's dreams and all that other stuff. Y'all just stay tuned. Maybe he right. You know, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just fishing. Early life, born African-American mother and a Ashkenazi Jewish father.
Oh my goodness.
After attending Palisade Charter High School, London was homeschooled. A real black woman, huh? Yeah. Her mama? Her daddy? What is Ashkenazi? She had a Nazi Germany father. Shall we go deeper? I mean, we are on Docs Daily. We might as well just go a little deeper about this real black woman. Facts about Laura London's parents that people didn't know. Laura London opened up about what now? Hold on, we're gonna get back to that. She hugged up with Michael B. Jordan, Laura London's mother and father. Net worth today. The net worth of Lauren's parents is not publicly known. However, Lauren's worth is around $8 million. She has earned through her successful modeling and presenting career. All right, Laura London's mom and dad married. Lauren's parents were divorced when she was only 3 years old. Though she spent the summer with her father, who sent her away to camp every summer, Lauren was mainly brought up by her mother after their separation. Damn. So when she did go see her father, he sent her ass away to camp. What do Lauren London's parents look like? Lauren's mother is black, while her father is white, giving Lauren a lighter skin color. However, very little is known about them, including their names. Snoop. Look, I ain't saying that she not a black woman, but he making it seem like she Queen Shaka Zulu mama.
A lot of love for being.
Hold up.
And I want to start off by showing some love to Lauren and Nipsey's children. I want to send Lauren a lot of love for being the beloved queen to our king. See, what we lose focus on is that every real black man needs a real black woman in his life. Every time I would see Nip and Lauren out, they reminded me of me and my wife. It was like black excellence. You love to see that.
Hold up.
Oh my goodness.
Now that you said something, Snoop, your wife and Lauren London do have a lot of similarities, man. Hold on. Snoop Dogg's wife. These parallels is just crazy, man. Between these two men's lives. Tell me why Snoop Dogg's wife looked like an older version of Lauren London, man. I mean, damn near identical. The rosy cheeks, the lips, everything. And Snoop Dogg's son looked like Nipsey Hussle.
Oh my goodness.
What the fuck? Yo, this is scary, man. This is scary. And he said it out his own mouth that Nipsey and Lauren reminded him of him and his wife, man. I told y'all this was going to get deep, but this is real deep, man.
See, what we lose focus on is that every real black man needs a real black woman in his life. Every time I would see Nip and Lauren out, they reminded me of me and my wife. It was like black excellence. You love to see that. So, with that being said, Lauren, my wife, my family, my kids, we're here for you. Whatever you need, If you need a shoulder to cry on, if you need a hug, if you just need to get away, we're here for you. We love you, baby girl. We always have and we always will. Bear with me, y'all. I'm trying to stay strong for the homeboy Nip right now. Stay down with me. Stay down with me.
The first thing you do is get at his lady real hard. Let's get that out the way. Lauren, whatever you need, whatever you want, Big Daddy Snoop is here for you, baby. Yeah, we might as well work on our relationship. And I know he didn't mean it like that, but it came off like that. Because he got a mama, got a father, got brothers, got sisters, got cousins that need to be consoled. Shit, he ain't know Lauren his whole life. He knew you before he knew Lauren. What about the homies, the people, his day ones? We get it, they was together, but you got to put your bid in like that. And people was going off on Kodak Black for trying to put his bid in. What about Snoop Dogg trying to get at Lady Laura?
With me. I got you, cuz. I got you. Next, I want to acknowledge Nipsey's father. See, because Nip has always benefited from having a strong man in his life. And his father clearly did a great job.
Wait. I get what you're saying, Snoop. But if he had a great father and everything, which he do, I'm not doubting that. But why would he want to be like you? And his father did such a great job. If anything, in the music industry, you was like his father or whatever. He looked up to you, Snoop. You're responsible for the path that this man took, man. You the one that taught that crippin' to their kids and made crippin' look cool. You're gonna have to take some of that responsibility, man.
He showed Nip how to be a strong man, a strong black man. It was always amazing when I would go to the store, because I would go to the store on my own solo, no security, pull up in the morning, Pops being there, and I could just see the look on his face, and he was so proud of his boys for doing something in the community and doing something positive that was inspiring.
Wait a minute.
Oh my goodness.
Nipsey's father owned a corner store? Look, I heard there was some Arabs, but I didn't know they was that deep into it. Let me find out Nipsey's father owned a gas station. Hold on, y'all. We got to look this up together. Nipsey Hussle's father gas station. Hold on. Hold on. I'm looking for him behind the register, but I don't see nothing. Okay, Nipsey Hussle's father's job. What do he do? we gonna have to wiki Nipsey to get some information. Aramis Joseph Algash was born August 15th, 1985 in Crenshaw, California to Angelica Smith, an African-American woman, and Dawit Ashdam, an Aryan immigrant. He was raised in the Crenshaw neighborhood of South Los Angeles with his brother Samuel and his sister Samantha. Ashgon attended. What about his daddy? Okay, they're not trying to talk about it. Maybe his father do own a gas station. We don't know. Okay, get back to Snoop Dogg.
And Pops, I look at your face every time I come in the store and I just sing the joy, and I just want you to know that you may have lost a son, but you picked up another son in me. And now I gotta send a bundle of love to Nipsey's mother. Lord have mercy. What great strength that she showed. She showed a lot of great strength. She helped us out this weekend. Mother, I want to say this to you dearly without reading. When you said what you said to us, you really uplifted us. We had no understanding. We had no nothing. And you gave us what we needed. You gave us the sense and the purpose to know and understand that it was all right. You made us understand that it was all right because we did not understand it at all. We had no clarity, and we was more or less concerned about you and concerned about Lauren and concerned about the family, but you made us feel good. And we want to thank you for that, Mother, for being strong and giving us our strength. I also want to thank all the other mothers in the house right now that's been praying for Nipsey's mother, that's been praying for Lauren. We appreciate all that love from you women. And I want to say this. If it so happens to be that your kids die before you, Nipsey's mother prepared us for this day in the future. Thank you, Mother.
Oh my goodness.
Fuck.
Now, I didn't grow up with Nip. I didn't grow up with him in the neighborhood as a kid, but I watched Nip grow up in front of me. I watched him grow into a full-grown man and an incredible young businessman. I still remember the first time when he pushed up on me with his tape. Most rappers, when they push up on Snoop Dogg with a tape, this is their line. Hey, dog, listen to my music. I can make you $1 million. Nipsey's line was, hey, homie, listen to my music. Just give it a listen. That's it? No record deal? You don't want to get put on? So to me, he had vision to know and understand that I don't want to be handed out nothing. I'm going to come get mine.
Oh my goodness.
You know what, man? Not to discredit anything that Snoop Dogg is saying, but if you out there shopping your demo and you pulling up on artists and you trying to get signed and you want people to listen, and man, people, not to say Nipsey was an opportunist or whatever, but you in a position of an opportunist. Because if an opportunity comes along, you willing to break dance or whatever it takes to get other people to hear your stuff or to get a record deal. And that's the most vulnerable position to be in, man. And a lot of times in the music industry, they want you to be what's hot. They want you to be what sells. They don't care about who you are. If Prince is going platinum, you better put on a perm too, lipstick, makeup, and some high heel boots, man. Because that's just what people are buying. So when he approached Snoop Dogg with his demo, it's sort of like, you know, if you the king of the West Coast, then I got to try to get up on your level. So Snoop is being very modest with all of this, but I need y'all to keep on listening.
But at the same time, looking for that clarification, looking for that confirmation. You know, just listen to it, homie. The first time I got his CD, I didn't listen to it. I told him that. I kept it 100 with him. I'm like, K-Mac gave me your CD at football practice, because I wasn't listening to that. I was at football practice. Then, about a week later, He gave me another CD, so I'm rolling up a blunt in the back seat of the car on the CD. So I open the CD up. The homie know. Cuz know. He know the story already, so I'm just telling y'all so y'all be enlightened. So I took the CD out and I popped the CD in. I was like, damn, cuz it's hard. So I'm like, K-Man, cuz the little homie hard, cuz let me get down with it. Long story short, we ended up connecting. We ended up making music together. We ended up making a brotherhood. We ended up creating a bond. We created something that was special.
He created a doppelganger, man. I didn't even know this part about their journey together. So Snoop Dogg discovered this man because let the game tell it, he discovered Nipsey. But Snoop molded this man, got in the studio with him and showed him the ropes. And before you know it, he was even looking like Snoop Dogg.
Oh my goodness.
And no disrespect, but Whack 100 talking about there's some tapes floating around here with Nipsey and another dude, which I don't believe. But you got real close with Snoop Dogg, and did he put your CD out, or like what was that relationship like? Because the game was like he was with Diddy for like 3 years before he even got a record deal. What the hell was he doing with Diddy for 3 years? And he ain't have no record deal, man. Okay, I gotta rewind that a little bit, because something, everything ain't gotta be zesty. Everything ain't gotta be fruity. But what was really going on? Hold up.
It's hard. So I'm like, K-Man, cuz the little homie hard, cuz let me get down with it. Long story short, we ended up connecting. We ended up making music together. We ended up making a brotherhood. We ended up creating a bond. We created something that was special. And what was crazy was when he first started, a lot of people was like, he looked like me, he this, he that. But I don't think so. I think, it was the fact that he was tall, he was lanky, he had braids, he had that LA mentality, and he claimed the gang. So, it was natural to be categorized. But one thing that me and Nip had was a kind spirit. We had that spirit of love, of, like Sam said, just magnating. Like people magnate to Snoop Dogg and they magnate towards Nipsey. It's like when we met each other, it was like a magnet coming together. We had the same spirit. But what was crazy was Nip mentality was stronger than a rapper that's been in the game for 15 years. And I'll give you an example of that.
Pause this, man.
Oh my goodness.
Like I've been saying this whole time, man. The power of imitation is very, very strong. He said when they met each other, they was like magnets drawn towards each other, man. So you attracted to this person that has put out a whole lot of negativity, man. And Snoop, like he said, has been looking for redemption from all that stuff that he did. That 1993 murder charge is when he changed his life around. He didn't want to be Snoop Doggy Dogg no more. So you corrupt a younger person to do your dirt for you. That's what OGs do. They like, man, I've been to jail. I'm not trying to go back. I don't want to stop gang banging, but I ain't trying to get caught up in them streets. So what I'm going to do is get me one of these young kids to do my dirt for me. And when they catch that L or they take their fall, I'm still on top of the game. Told you I was about to do it big, huh? Came in this game as a kid, huh? Still down 10 toes in this shit, huh? First Igga to talk that crip into your kids, huh? First Igga to talk that crip into your kids, huh? That's some deep stuff, man. You famous, you a celebrity, you take in this dude, take him on a whirlwind, and now you still on top. And he no longer here for trying to follow in your footsteps, man.
One of the first conversations me and Nipsey had, he was talking to me about Hey, cuz, you need to do a amusement park, cuz, doggy land, cuz. I'm like, for real? He's like, yeah, cuz, with 40-ounce roller coasters and, you know what I'm saying? Nigga, you Snoop Dogg, cuz, everybody come see you, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, come check your amusement park. I'm like, cuz, you tripping. So he kept, like, every time I would see him, he would always bring it up. He would bring it up. So, like, the 5th time he said it to me, or was it the 6th time? Yeah, the 6th time he said it to me. Let me get politically correct.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, cuz, the 6th time he said it to me.
Notice he made sure he said 6 times, 3 times.
Oh my goodness.
Now, you know they're a part of the Rolling 60 Crips or whatever, but Snoop Dogg made sure that he said 6, 3 times. He wouldn't stop until he got it out a 3rd time, man. So that lets you know some rituals in place. Let me show y'all something that a lot of people didn't realize, man. So let me type this in real quick. Lyrics. Snoop Dogg got a song called 6 Minutes. And the lyrics is kind of crazy, man. Yeah, yeah. Make some motherfucking noise. Yo, doggy dog, you're on. Live on stage performing tonight. Excuse me, doggy dog, you're on. You know, the one and only Don Corleone, the big homie. You know me. Now we got to get to the hook. 6 minutes, 6 minutes, 6 minutes, doggy dog, you're on. And this is the same thing with the Slick Rick and Dougie Fresh song. They make sure they say that 6 3 times. 6 minutes, 6 minutes, 6 minutes, Dougie Fresh, you're on. So this type of stuff been going on in hip hop for a long time, man. It's a lot of occultist people, evil people that make their living off of destruction, especially off of black people minds, man. Anyway, let's count this out one more time with Snoop.
Be about, hey, cuz, you need to do a amusement park, cuz, doggy land, cuz. I'm like, for real? He's like, yeah, cuz, with 40-ounce roller coasters and, you know what I'm saying? Nigga, you Snoop Dogg, cuz, everybody come see you, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, come check your amusement park. I'm like, cuz, you tripping. So he kept, like, every time I would see him, he would always bring it up. He would bring it up. So, like, the 5th time he said it to me, or was it the 6th time?
Okay, there go 1.
Yeah, the 6th time he said it to me.
There go 2.
Let me get politically correct. Yeah, cuz, the 6th time he said it to me.
There go 3.
I said, Nip, why don't you just do it for me, cuz? Because I don't understand the dynamics of what you're saying, cuz I'm an old school nigga. I'm A, B, C, D. You didn't went off into the Matrix, cuz. You gotta... So...
While people laughing, they not understanding what was happening. Nipsey was so obsessed with Snoop at the time, he was trying to tell Snoop what he should be doing instead of telling his own self what he needed to be doing. He was so engulfed into the Snoop Dogg character to where he was giving Snoop ideas for Snoop Dogg. How about an amusement park? And Snoop looking like... And the reason why people laughing is because they like, damn, he was on you like that, Snoop? And Snoop like, yeah, he was on me like that. So I told him, how about you do it since you want to be Snoop Dogg so bad? Since you want to be me, how about you go out there and do the amusement park with the 40 ounces of stuff? Because I'm past that. That's not what I do no more. I'm overcoming the 40 ounces and all that type of stuff. I'm trying to steer my life in a different direction because I done been there, done that. But you go do that. And Nipsey started his journey following in this man's footsteps. Like I told y'all in the beginning of the video, can be a positive or a negative thing depending on who you following. But at the same time, you never gonna surpass the person that you imitating. Like they say, you're not supposed to outshine the master. And Nipsey started to outshine the master, man. And the music industry was not having that, especially when you don't stay on code and continue going on the path that they laid out for you. Because if you wasn't going that route, they would have never even gave you a career. So once you break that code, that's when things get dangerous, man. Anyway, let's get back to what Snoop was saying.
Correct. Yeah, cuz the sixth time he said it to me, I said, Nip, why don't you just do it for me, cuz? Because I don't understand the dynamics of what you're saying, cuz I'm an old school nigga. I'm A, B, C, D. You didn't went off into the matrix, cuz. You gotta... So with that being said, Nip ended up creating a square, and he ended up buying property, and he ended up having things like Vector 90, and he ended up doing things in the community, and he built his own doggy land. He built his own world. He built his own thing that people from around the world is starting to come to, take pictures of, stand in front of, immortalize this man. The things that he wanted for me, he did for himself. But he had...
Pause.
Oh my goodness.
Wow. Eat, breathe, and live for another man. Following another man's path, a path that man decided that he don't even want to walk on no more. That's what a lot of people do, man. They want to be these gangsters. These gangsters don't even want to be the gangster that they are. They're like, man, I'm done with that life. I don't even want to live that life no more. And you got some young dude come out there. I'm Noriega. I'm Capone. I'm Don Corleone. Whatever they calling themselves. They want to be these people. Suffer the consequences of wanting to be these people. And them same people that they imitating wind up living happily ever after, man. Some deep stuff. It's the power of imitation, man. I'm trying to enlighten y'all on some stuff, man. If you trying to follow behind somebody, make sure they doing something positive. But your best bet is going to the beat of your own drum and doing something positive, man. That way you don't have to go down them trails that them people before you went down, man. All these comedians that's following behind the comedian wind up suffering the same fate as them comedians. And I know y'all know some people out there that's going through this type of stuff, man. So it's real deep. Now, Snoop Dogg, he understand what was happening, but Nipsey didn't understand. Hold on, y'all.
It's starting to come to, take pictures of, stand in front of, immortalize this man. The things that he wanted for me, he did for himself. But he had vision for me.
And he pointed at the casket when he said it. The things he wanted for me, he did it for himself, and pointed at the man's casket.
He built his own thing that people from around the world is starting to come to, take pictures of, stand in front of, immortalize this man. The things that he wanted for me, he did for himself. But he had vision for me that I didn't even have for myself. So I want to thank you, mother and father, for bringing Nipsey into this world, for giving us Nipsey. I thank y'all for that.
I thank y'all for bringing Nipsey into this world so he could go through it and I didn't have to go through it. But shouldn't you have made it to where he didn't have to go through it as well? Shouldn't you made it like, young man, you don't want to go this route? You don't want to be like me. You don't want to live the life that I portrayed, man. It looked good, it sound good, but that ain't it. He sat back and let this young man follow down that path. And now he old and gray. Like, damn, that's what I could have been. But I transmuted all that negative energy onto his ass. Telling you, man, you got to be careful about the older people in your life, man, because they can rejuvenate themselves with your young energy. And that's the reason why a lot of these old timers like hanging around the youth or a young kid and stuff, so they can live through you. That's why a lot of older men like younger women, because they want to rejuvenate their youth. The same thing with women. A lot of y'all young dudes be messing with these older chicks. Before you know it, she younger than you and you older than her. You walking around with overalls on with a hump in your back and you only 25 years old and she freaking 60 with some booty shorts on with a goddamn Louis Vuitton purse.
Oh my goodness.
Man, the law of attraction is real, man. Y'all gotta let me know what y'all think about this. I can continue on and on for hours, but if you don't get what I'm trying to say, then you're not gonna get it, man. Also, I gotta head over to the Dime of the Week channel. We gotta be talking about Chloe Bailey tonight, man, because this is her week. And is she the new Beyonce? Is she on Beyonce's level? Do she got what it takes to walk in them Destiny Child's shoes, man? Yeah, she got that body. Yeah, she's a cutie, but what's really going on with this girl? What is the music industry trying to do with her? We gonna figure that out. Also, we got them other videos on Dime of the Week. I left a link in the description box, so make sure y'all head over there. I'm about to set that up. I got so much love for y'all, man. Rest in peace to Nipsey Hussle. And in no way am I saying that Snoop Dogg had anything to do with Nipsey Hussle's passing. All I'm saying is the law of imitation can be dangerous depending on who you imitate, man. So it's a bunch of people that try to imitate what I do. And they not doing so well at that, man. I wish a lot of people would just... Matter of fact, it's some people out there doing real well at that, you know. But at the end of the day, you gonna suffer in the long run. Because the real GMB family is gonna head over to Dime of the Week. And your ass gonna be sitting on the toilet for a week, man. Y'all gotta do me a favor. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Also hit that notification button. Hit that Cash App too, y'all. $ShawnBlazeDocs. And since we talking about Dime of the Week, who we got in the building? I see Pretty Gon' Bleed, Miss Necessary. How you doing, baby? Are you coming over to the Dime of the Week? Ugly Girls invited too. Oh man, it's so many beautiful women in the building. I need all of y'all to hit that link in the description box. Come holla at your boy. Lanisha, are you there? Sharon Pratt, Harley, all you beautiful dimes. I need to see y'all. But that's Negro here, no there. Y'all know why I do these videos? Cause I risk my motherfucking life.
Risk my life to give you documentations, girl. I risk my life to give you documentations, girl. I risk my life to give you documentations, girl. I risk my life to